Have you ever looked at your payslip and thought, wait, where's the rest of my money? I remember when I started my career, that's what I used to think about. Or maybe you've heard terms like CTC, LTIs, and bonuses just all flying around, but no one has ever actually broken down clearly for you. Today, we're actually pulling back the curtain so that you can actually finally understand every cent that makes up your total reward. Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi and I'm back with a brand new video. Today, we're talking about something that everybody cares about, your money or your pay. I'll explain what makes up your salary, what types of bonuses you can earn, what LTIs are, and how everything ties up to your total reward package. I think let's start with the most basic one. What is a CTC? CTC stands for cost to company. It's the total amount that your employer spends on you in a year, not just your take-home salary. The CTC normally includes your basic salary, which is where your take-home salary comes in, your company contributions to pension or provident funds, your medical aid contributions if they do contribute to your medical aid, car allowances if there's any, cell phone allowances if there's any, and any other benefits that the company might actually spend on you as an individual. Now, the simple example of this is, if for example, let's say your CTC is actually 500,000, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're taking home about 41,000 per month. That's one of the things that I want people to always understand. In most cases, you'll get that call that says, oh, we would like to offer you 500,000, but what people don't understand is that some of that money pays for the benefits before you even get to see it. Some companies have got what we call a mock payslip. Now, unfortunately, mock payslips don't always work because in some instances, they depend on certain things like your age, what else you've included, whether you've decided to actually increase or reduce certain things like your pension fund contributions. So most companies won't necessarily give you a document, but you can find free online tools that can help you figure out what your take-home salary could roughly be when you're discussing your pay. Okay, so that's your fixed pay. But what about the extra money that you could actually potentially earn? Now, what about bonuses? That's the second thing that people normally tend to ask questions about. Basically, bonuses are extra payments on top of your normal salary. We've got different types of bonuses that are actually out there. The first one that normally most people know is the performance bonus based on your work performance and some of the KPIs. There's also the company bonus, which is actually based on how well the company or the business does. There's a retention bonus. Now, retention bonus is more like a thank you for staying with a company, for a certain period of time. There's also something called a sign-on bonus, given when you actually usually join the company, and usually for a few things, like either for scarce skills or they're paying you for a missed bonus. For example, you might be missing a bonus because you're joining a month before bonuses are paid, or even just buying out one's shares. Like if, for example, there's certain shares that we're investing in a few days or in a few months and you miss out on those, some companies will pay that out. Now, there's also a project bonus paid after successful completion of a specific special project. In most cases, you'll find that contractors will sometimes be given this because there's an incentive from the company to make sure that that project is completed. Think of a bonus like a thank you card, but instead of just word, it actually comes with money inside. But what if I actually told you that there's even a bigger prize that you actually don't get immediately? That price is what we call LTIs, long-term incentives. LTIs are normally rewards that you earn over time, not monthly and not yearly. In most cases, you'll find that it's after a few years, sometimes 3 years or 5 years of being in that company. That's when most companies actually provide LTIs. And it's also sometimes you'll find that LTIs are either provided to certain levels of seniority in the company or certain tenure in the company. They are designed to first reward loyalty, align your goals with the company's success, because in most cases, when you have a stake in the game, you're more likely to do quite a lot to try and make sure that the company succeeds because it means more money is coming into your pocket. And they also are there to build your long-term wealth. So that's one of the nicest things about the LTIs. Now, there are certain common LTIs that are out there. For example, the share options. You get right to buy actually a company shares at the fixed price in the future. So in most cases, you could say, I want to buy this amount of options, and then in future, when there's vesting time, they'll give you either the equivalent or you can just keep on reinvesting in that particular company. The second one is restricted stock units or RSUs, which are shares that are given to you after a certain period of time. So sometimes they'll say, we give you these restricted stocks that you cannot sell at any given time. You can't sell them to an outsider, but you can actually keep on reinvesting in them. But these are given for a certain period of time. And like we said, in some cases, it will vest over every 3 years. And then the last one that we've seen a lot of CEOs normally get is actually what we call deferred bonuses. bonuses that are paid later, sometimes years later. So in some instances, some CEOs are given what we call deferred bonuses, and those are then paid, let's say maybe after 5 years of always making sure that the company succeeds, or if they're able to reduce the the overhead costs of that particular company, they pay those deferred bonuses. Okay, now we've actually spoken about salary, we've spoken about bonuses and investments. But what about some of the hidden rewards that most people don't always talk about? The full total rewards package. So your total rewards isn't just money. It's everything that makes working at that company valuable. So total rewards could include, as I mentioned before, fixed pay, your monthly salary, variable pay, which could be bonuses and any other incentives that might be there, LTIs, long-term rewards like shares, and some other benefits. Some of those benefits could be medical aid, retirement funds, where the company makes a contribution to your retirement fund, wellness programs. There's also some work perks. Some companies, we've seen them having these cafeterias where you get free food, flexible study support, mental health support, any learning opportunities that might exist where they pay towards your MBA or any other further learning that you might have. And also some career growth where it could actually be promotions, training, and other development plans. So now that's what actually makes up the total reward. It's not just only financial. Your career growth, where you can get promotions, where you can get all these things, also adds up to being a total reward. Think of total rewards like a big birthday gift box. Some things you can open right away, which is your salary. Some are hidden under layers of bonuses, and some grow over time, which could be LTIs and retirement funds and promotions. So those are things that will then come up later in your career. So to summarize, your pay, CTC, is the full cost of everything that your company pays for you or even pays to you. Bonuses are normally extra rewards for smashing your goals or for the company smashing its own goals. LTIs, long-term incentives, wealth building for your loyalty. If you have a company that gives LTIs, you're one of the lucky few. Total rewards, everything combined to make your job worthwhile. What I'd like to challenge you guys to do today is just take 10 minutes to actually look at your own package or your pay slip that you've received. Understand where your money is actually coming from, where your future wealth is building, and where it's actually going. And if you found these tips helpful, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more content designed to help you navigate this lovely world of career building with confidence and skill. Until we meet next time, peace.